Hey, everybody. I don't want to say hey, y'all anymore because I was told I sound like Paula Deen, and y'all know, well, maybe you don't, how I feel about her. She's kind of irritating. I don't like Paula Deen very much. I do like her cookware house ever because I own a set of it, and it's wonderful. But the utensils that she sells, they're metal. They're not for nonstick, but her pots and pans are nonstick. That's screwy. I am unhappy galore today. Oh, my neck hurts so bad. I'm unhappy galore because I yesterday I felt really good. And I went out with my mother last evening. She, for an early birthday present, took me to go see a play that we had, well, it's been sort of like the toast of the town lately. It's been a big deal. It's a local little production company. And y'all know the 39 Steps. It's an old Alfred Hitchcock movie. And I've got such reflections on my glasses. There. It's an old Alfred Hitchcock movie from the 1930s, and it's a rather serious movie. You know, his films always have little light moments in them, but it's a serious film. But this, I don't think it was this production company because it toured on Broadway, for a while with a professional touring company or Broadway. Well, I don't know, whatever. It was on Broadway for a long time. And it is an adaptation of the Hitchcock film, 39 Steps, but it's been made into kind of a slapstick comedy. And I don't know what it was like on Broadway, but I know with ours, the Theater Squared company, it was 3 guys and 1 woman. And that was it. And there was dozens of characters in it, but they played all of them. Sometimes changing costumes by just switching hats. And it was hilarious. It was really, really good. And it was just like all this great physical comedy and corny jokes, and it was so wonderful. But before I left, I'd had this nagging feeling all day that I was going to end up in the ER. And I switched over to a little evening bag kind of thing for the play. And before I left, I showed Falcon, just in case you have to meet me at a hospital somewhere tonight, this is where my purse is, this is where my insurance card is, etc. And he thought I was off my rocker. I'm like, please, just remember, because I feel like I have this dread feeling that I'm going to end up with a diverticulitis tonight, and I'm going to have to end up in the hospital. I had no symptoms or anything. Went to the play, was great, enjoyed it, had such a good time, came home, hadn't been home but maybe an hour, and I started getting the first symptoms of a diverticulitis attack, which I think that's what it is. We don't know. It's a whole long story, but basically I haven't been able to get the testing that I need because my insurance is giving me shit because I don't have a PCP, just the doctor. I don't have a doctor, and I can't get one. I can't find anybody that takes my insurance. Anyway, so I started getting it, and I was like, oh, shit. And I was almost in tears because I was like, here we go. I'm going to have to go on a Friday night, be in the ER with all the drunks and the car accident people, get ignored for hour upon hour, and lay there in pain on an uncomfortable gurney, and was just very unhappy. And I finally decided I didn't want to go. I was running a fever of about 100, which is not real bad. I was like, well, I'm going to go to bed. That's all I want, is just to go to bed. And if it gets worse, then I'll get up and we'll go to the emergency room. And Falcon wanted me to go then and there because he didn't want me to wake him up in the middle of the night, and he didn't want me to suffer. He didn't want me to get to a point where I could barely move, because I do get to that point where it's almost impossible to walk and hellaciously painful to sit. But I just wanted to go to bed and sleep, which I did, and I slept from 2 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock this afternoon. And he did too. He needed it. He never gets enough sleep. But I don't feel any better, but I don't feel any worse. So I'm hoping whatever it is, it's just a low-grade infection, and my body will be able to fight it off on its own. But if it gets much worse, I will be going to the hospital. So that's that. I just thought it was interesting that I had that premonition. I've been reading that the intestines are lined with something that is basically brain matter. It's the same as brain matter. And I think the stomach, too. I think the stomach, yeah. And that it's being suggested that our organs have memory and sort of thought, much like our brains. And so maybe my intestines knew they were starting to get sick, and or my colon or whatever it is, and told my brain, to get to get prepared. I don't know. But I thought that was kind of odd. So I'm feeling sort of crappy, although I look cute with my lipstick on. That helped me 100%. I've been sitting on the couch most of the day. I had Falcon help me get my laptop and my stuff in here. I have a nice big Sprite I'm working on. I thought I'd make a video. I've been watching everybody else's videos today. I like making one on my own. I got my TV set up, my one that I got at a yard sale, garage sale. Whatever. And it has the prettiest picture. It has such a pretty picture. I mean, it's an old school TV that's like, I can't even show you, like super wide or deep, super deep because it has a picture tube. But that's okay, and it fits up on the dresser. We have 2 dressers in here. Mine is covered with girly stuff, and Falcon's is just covered with crap. So I voted that his dresser become the TV dresser, because he can collect crap anywhere. I mean, it's like receipts and these paper things he carries around in his pocket at work that he has a million of, and just clothes that need to be hung up and stuff like that. Unfortunately, the cable that comes into the bedroom seems to be attached to nothing. I don't think it was ever like cable TV cable. I think it went to the satellite dish that used to work at some point. We took it down because it looked so crappy. So that was a big loss. But I thought, oh well, I can watch DVDs. I own like a million DVDs. I can watch DVDs on it. Got out my DVD player, which worked perfectly the last time I used it. I haven't even used it that much over the years. Plugged it up. Nope, it won't read any disc I put in it, which is so aggravating. So Falcon got one of our old Xboxes and put it in here, and I have to go through a series of, I have to go through a maze basically to get it to play, but it plays, and it's better than nothing. I would show you, but I put it like duct tape to the TV because I'm afraid it's going to fall off, because I have like a wired remote that I have to use with it, and I'm always afraid I'm going to yank it or step on it or get it and pull the thing right off of the TV. It looks terrible. Falcon wants me to get a new DVD player, but I'm going to put the money instead into getting the car fixed, because our car is falling apart. I think it would be juvenile of me to do otherwise. So, at some point in the future, maybe I will get a new DVD player to go with the TV, which would be nice. So, but it's been just delicious to lay here in bed and watch stuff. I should have had it over here to show you. I got a DVD off of Amazon I was looking around for, and you older people like me will probably remember it. There was a half-hour animated thing that ran on TV. It used to run constantly. It was called A Cricket in Times Square, and there was also a book that was very, very popular in the 70s that was, it's what they made it off of. And I've been trying to find it for download, for instant view, for rent, for anything. I couldn't find it anywhere on the internet. And I just had this urge to watch it. I haven't watched it since I was a teenager, probably. It's been a while. And I went to read up on it. Ended up Chuck Jones. I think, what did he do? He worked on a lot of cartoons, a lot of the old Warner Brothers things, and he did all kinds of stuff. He was very active in the 60s and 70s in animation. He directed. He actually did the drawings for a lot of it. He did the animation. I think he even did voice work. He's very, very active and very, very talented. Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner, he did a great deal of those. And Ricky Tikki Tavi, he did that. And Cricket in Times Square. And as I was looking at his, like on Internet Movie Database, I think I was looking at the different things he'd done. I was like, wow, I never even realized. I didn't put it together that he did Mowgli's Brothers and Cricket in Times Square, all the cricket movies. There are like 3 cricket movies. And what did I say, Ricky Tikki Tavi. And so I was still looking around for Cricket in Times Square, and I found it for sale on Amazon. And I ended up finding one that was like a Chuck Jones, Salute to Chuck Jones collection thing. And it has the white seal, which I don't know that I've ever seen. I still haven't watched it yet. But the 3 cricket movies, Mowgli's Brothers, Ricky Tikki Tavi, or Tavi, however you want to say it, and got that, and I paid like $5 for it by the time it was all said and done. I combined shipping with somebody who ended up getting free shipping, and so I've enjoyed laying here watching that. It's just a beautiful picture on my nice little TV. I'm so pleased. And I I end up doing these things where I'll go on Internet Movie Database to look up one little thing, and I'll end up checking out like an actor or a director's other stuff. It's like I'm more into directors because that's where you'll get movies that really feel a lot the same. If you like the feeling of this movie, then go check out the director's other things, and you'll find very similar feel. As to where actors tend to be kind of all over the place. Although Steve Buscemi and Johnny Depp tend to put out really good quality films and kind of quirkiness, and you pretty much know if Johnny Depp's in something, it's going to be a fun film. Same for Steve Buscemi. It's going to be good. He's going to be good at it. That's just all there is to it. But directors, I'm very impressed by directors, and so I don't remember if I got an Otto Preminger, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember how I got there, but I ended up downloading a film that I may or may not have ever seen. A British film called Our Mother's House. If any of you have seen it, let me know. They don't have it on Netflix, and it was really hard to track down, but I did track it down. And it looks kind of weird and quirky. Some children, a mother has all these children, and she dies, and they bury her in the backyard and continue on their everyday lives. And it looks sort of eerie. So I'm looking forward to watching that today. I've got it on my laptop, so I guess I'll just sit here and watch it on there. I have carried on long enough. That is my update for today. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm not drunk. I swear to you. I'm just in pain. I hope you're all doing well. Bye-bye.